My name is Valentina Morandi. I'm 28 years old, and I live in Milano. But in the last 2.5 years, I was in Holland and in Spain, so I travel quite a lot. My art, I don't know. I don't know how to
Explain.
how to explain, how to, yeah, I don't know a word for my art, because I just try to put on the paper what I have inside, or on a canvas, or whatever. I can say that my art is really visual. It's just this. Yeah, when I was younger, I made an art school in Milano, but was not in that period that something started to me. I think that I always had this inside, but when I was like 19 years old, I moved to Bologna, and I started to be a bit in the underground movement to make parties and rave parties. I was really inspired about this because in that period I saw a lot of things around me, and I started to make flyers for parties, and this I was always drawing. That was the beginning. Yeah, I started to draw more and more, and then when I learned to use the computer, I discovered a new world, and something really changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you in the first place? Was it the music you were hearing at that time? Was it the people you met?
Was a lot of things together. Yeah, of course the music and the freedom that was in that period, and also other artists that I had around me. I remember there was a guy who used to make a lot of flyers, and he was fucking good. And I was, wow, this guy is a really good artist. He was not famous or nothing. He was just drawing for for himself, for his friend, for the people of the party, and yeah, that was he inspired me a lot. At the beginning in Milano, and then in Bologna. I was living 4 years old in a squat in Bologna with a lot of people, and we used to have a big room all together with a lot of computers and working all the time together. I was making designs and somebody else was making video. It was a really good period to work all together. We were younger, we didn't work so much because money was not so important. You know, when you grow up, you start to to be a bit more like this. And so yeah, this was in the squat especially. Then when I moved from Bologna to Amsterdam, and there I started to make decorations inside the bar and shops. In Amsterdam I got my first big work. It was a big panel, a wood panel for a taxi driver bar. And I spent something like 2 months to make this panel. It was, I think, long 4 meters and 1.5 meters high. It was the first one, so I didn't know how to do it very good, and it took me a lot of time. Then I moved to Spain. I spent 4 months in Spain, and with my ex-boyfriend, and we finished the money. And the only way to get money was going around pubs and shop and ask, hey, sorry, do you need a painting inside a shop? And so we made quite a lot of painting. He helped me. And yeah, then started like this.
To that project with the 3 monkeys, I don't hear, I don't see, and I don't speak. How did you come up with that idea? Because your monkeys are shouting, they're looking and they're hearing.
Yeah. Because it's the opposite. This idea I had when I was in India. And actually it was not my idea. It was from a friend of mine. Because we were together and he wanted something printed on the trouser. In India they are fucking good to make this kind of jobs. And he asked me, oh Valentina, why don't you make the 3 monkeys? But not that they don't see, don't hear, don't speak. Make the opposite. And so I made the first one. I don't have it anymore. And I really like the idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Yeah, actually it's true. I see, I hear and I speak.
Later on you started working with computers. You started doing animations and Photoshop, or?
Yeah, especially with Photoshop. Usually I draw by myself and then I scan the drawing and I use Photoshop for the colors. And yeah, I started also to use Flash to make some animations, but it's a few years that I don't do it anymore. But now I want to do it again. It's really nice. Now a lot of people are doing this, and it's cool. There was always, because yeah, the graffiti art exists since the end of the 70s now. But especially in Europe and in Italy is not so strong, such in America. Now it's coming out more. And not only graffiti, also stencils, stickers, it's different ways. That's nice.
How do you see, or how would you describe the art scene, the underground art scene in Milan or in northern Italy, or in general in Italy maybe?
Yeah, actually I don't know very well, because it's since I was 20 years old that I don't live in Milano. Now I'm back from October.
Well, maybe just in Italy in general.
Yeah, in Italy, the underground art. I know a lot of artists. Almost all my friends are really creative. And yeah, maybe in Italy they stay more at home and they don't show a lot like in other part of Europe. But there is a lot. There is a lot. I see, from my experience, everywhere I've been in Italy I've seen art, underground art, and a lot of people that do this.